Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and there's a lot of different things that are kind of happening right now that I believe were all just kind of planned. I don't think this is coincidental stuff. If you think about it, Barry Silbert is, for those of you that don't know, the Digital Currency Group is the company. It's like a venture capital firm. The Digital Currency Group in blockchain is probably the one company that has its hand as an investor in more significant blockchain companies, including Ripple, than any other VC firm in the entire space. And Barry Silbert is the CEO of the Digital Currency Group. Well, Barry Silbert and the Digital Currency Group own Grayscale Investments. And Grayscale Investments last week came out with the Drop Gold campaign, and then they announced, I believe he announced yesterday, that those were going to be television commercials starting today. And then he also tweeted, it was either today or tomorrow, that there was a rumor that Bitcoin was going to be on, there was going to be a feature on 60 Minutes this Sunday here in the United States. And so then he came back and he confirmed the rumor. And I don't think that this is some rumor that just came out of nowhere. I think that you're now beginning to see the powers that be in conjunction with Wall Street are beginning to, like I've said all along, they're beginning to become the cheerleaders for crypto. And their traditional media is in my opinion, is in the pockets of the big time, the people that are running the show. And so now Bitcoin is going to be on 60 Minutes, and this is what he confirmed today. And there's a link to 60 Minutes' website, and they put a video. It's like it weights your computer down with ads when you go to that site, so I'm not going to it, but C3 Nick had posted the video. There's like an intro video that you can go and watch. So if you'll go to, I'm pulling C3 Nick up. Those of you that watch my channel often, you know that my computer, usually by the third video of the day, tends to get a little slower. So this is at C3_Nick. He posted the short video clip. They feature the guy who bought a pizza back, I can't remember what year it was. It was like back in 2011 or something. And I watched the video, and you need to also, it'll make you sick. The guy said, they said that the Bitcoin that this guy bought his pizza with back in 2011 or whenever it was would be worth $800 million today. Unbelievable, folks. Makes me sick just saying it. Okay, and then next, this is from Web Surfer, at Web Surfology. I'm showing this because there are a lot of new people, new viewers who have just gotten into the cryptocurrency community, either on Twitter or they're listening to videos. And I wanted to go ahead and give you a warning. Any of you that are listening to my videos, there are scammers everywhere in the crypto space. And I want to tell you all about one of the common scams. And I'm not going to take you to this article. He's got a list. You can go to at Web Surfology and click on this link, his article. It's a crypto Twitter blacklist. It's got 2 or 3 people named. The reason I don't think that's all that important is because these scammers open new accounts all the time. So a known scammer today is unknown tomorrow. But I do want to tell my audience the main scam that I've seen and what to do to avoid it and how you can help get rid of them. In the comments section of all of my videos, I hear all the time about there's scammers that get in there, and what they do is they take my icon, the digital asset investor icon, they'll create a name that is as close as possible to the words digital asset investor. They'll go in the comments section of my videos and they'll tell you that they're me and that they're doing an Ethereum giveaway or some kind of digital asset giveaway, and that you need to send them X amount of Ethereum or some other digital asset so that they'll have your address or whatever, and then they're going to send you back even more Ethereum just for you sending them, say, 50 or whatever. And so there's been a lot of people that have fallen prey to these scams. So the lesson is this. There's two lessons. Do not give anyone in any social media your crypto. Do not send them any. And then the second lesson is if you do see something like that, report them, because these are crooks. Okay, moving along. This is also something that I got from C3 Nick. He said, the market went up last night and then it's doing a pullback right now. And so a lot of this stuff is for the people that are new to this, that haven't been in this game. This is normal stuff. To those who are new to the crypto market, welcome to the most cutting edge emerging market ever. Exactly. Buckle up. Big price swings to both the up and to the downside are normal. Better get used to it. If you want to be in this game, I tell my audience all the time, you got to put on your big boy pants or your big girl pants and just understand. Take a step back. Look at the big picture of what this all is. Listen to things like this. Go read articles for yourself, and you'll understand. It'll calm you down when you have pullbacks and all that kind of stuff. You can't have the ups without the downs, folks. Can't. Doesn't work that way. Markets don't work that way. Okay, and then next, this is about J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan in FX fraud. Banking cartel choked by EU with staggering $1 billion fine. I just want to read you this. We fined Barclays, RBS, Citigroup, J.P. Morgan, and MUFG $1.07 billion for participating in foreign exchange spot trading cartel. The behavior of these banks undermine the integrity of the sector at the expense of the European economy and consumers. And I believe that's from the European Union. Okay. And so, but I wanted to show you that, and then I'm going to show you Anthony Pompliano's tweet. Multiple banks have been fined $1.2 billion for Forex rigging, including Barclays, Citigroup, and J.P. Morgan. Long Bitcoin, short bankers. And then I want to show you what Jamie Dimon in the past has had to say about digital assets and Bitcoin in particular. He said that Bitcoin was a fraud. And this is a Bloomberg article. They, of course, support anybody that's traditional Wall Street and whatever they have to say. Back on November 20th, 2018, Jamie Dimon vindicated Bitcoin's back to where he cried fraud. In other words, he said it was fraud. He was right. Well, this EU thing is not the first time that J.P. Morgan has been accused of fraud. But keep it, and here's the other point you need to understand. Notice nobody goes to jail. It's always a fine for J.P. Morgan and the traditional financial people. It's never anybody going to prison. They just pay. They make money off of the fraud, which is probably 10 times what the fine is. That's the crazy thing about all of this. But he has the gall to say Bitcoin's a fraud. So that tells you that's what you need. You need to think about things like that when you hear people like him talking about. He should know fraud. And where's his responsibility in the thing? What they need to do in a sane world, you know what they would do? They would make these CEOs are making the big bucks, and with big bucks comes big responsibility. A college football coach doesn't get paid millions of dollars to lose. If a college football coach is getting paid millions of dollars, he better win or he's going to get fired really quick. Well, in the case of these big bank executives, here's an idea. Make them liable. I'll bet you they wouldn't even be a CEO if they had any criminal liability when their firm does something criminal on their watch. You wouldn't even see any bank CEOs then, and you certainly wouldn't see them doing anything wrong. This I got from Tian Fury, and this is really interesting, folks. For those of you that don't know, the Ripple does videos every once in a while. They call them the Ripple Drop, and it's like a behind-the-scenes video of what goes on at Ripple and the different things they have going on. This is from this Lionel guy. It says the World Bank now uses the Ripple theme tune in its promotional video. This is fantastic. Sell Bitcoin, buy XRP. This is a bondee, the first global blockchain bond, and this is a promotional video put together by the World Bank, and they use the same exact theme music as Ripple in Ripple's Ripple Drop videos. That cannot be a coincidence, because we've been saying for a long time that something's cooking with Ripple and the IMF. Okay, next. This is from 99 Problems. XRP ain't one. I like that name. At Genesis Ledger. So David Schwartz was walking around with private security at Consensus. Am I the only one who has a lot of questions about this? Who is paying for it? Why is he that important? Are we missing something big? Well, I believe that the guy is big. I mean, if you think about it, this guy is the mastermind behind XRP. He's one of a handful of but he's the main guy, the mastermind behind XRP. If XRP does what many of us believe it's going to do, it literally will change the world. And there's a good chance that he and a lot of the guys that work at Ripple will be billionaires, if not trillionaires, some of them. But when I saw him walking around with security, you know what flashed in my mind is this article about David Schwartz from back on September 5th, 2018. When you write an article called Ripple's $1 trillion man, I would imagine that might make a guy want to get some security. That was my first thought when I saw it. And him being with security guards was in a video that CKJ Crypto News had done. He went to Consensus, and that's where they're getting that. But yeah, when you start having articles written about you being $1 trillion man, you better believe you might need some security. And next, I talked about Max Keiser's prediction. I think it was yesterday. But this article kind of gives you a little bit more that I don't think I mentioned, and it's right in line with a lot of the things I've been saying for the last 15 months. Max Keiser, Fed's endless printing press will launch Bitcoin to 1,000. And down here, let's see if I'm in the right spot. It says, okay, regarding Bitcoin's recent rally, Keiser explained that it was triggered by the U.S. Federal Reserve signaling more quantitative easing. This, according to Keiser, was a message that the Fed had not learned from its past mistakes. It would therefore would print more dollars without any accountability, further debasing the reserve fiat currency. As a result of the Fed's intent, wealthy investors sought refuge in Bitcoin, igniting the crypto market's meteoric ascent. And he's 1,000% right, folks. And then it goes on here to say the financial news and opinion broadcaster also suggested that the recent drop gold campaign by Grayscale may have contributed to Bitcoin's recent price rally. Gold now faces competition, according to Keiser. And this is one of the Grayscale ads that they had put up on Twitter. Nixon dropped the gold standard in 1971, so why is gold still in your portfolio? They make a good point. Okay, moving along, I wanted to show you this. John McAfee, I just thought this was funny and you might get a kick out of it. John McAfee says, developing events have made it necessary for John McAfee to go dark. Please be advised that this account will be operated by staff until further notice. More details will be released in time. I love these John McAfee tweets like this. So I replied to him, so you're saying XRP is going to moon, which has nothing to do with what he said, but I thought it'd be a funny thing to put in his Twitter feed. And then finally this, and I love this. They made this for me, I think, Cryptopolis, at Cryptopolis_X. He said he drew on this chart, and he couldn't have gotten it more right, folks. He says pretty soon this bull run, which this is 2017's bull run, is going to look like this one. And this is what, if you look at these little tiny blips, those were bull runs back in the day, folks. I mean, 2017 was not the first bull run in crypto. This is the first one that I participated in back here, right in here. And it was something to behold. I remember like it was yesterday. I was smoking a turkey on Thanksgiving in my backyard. I was smoking a turkey on Thanksgiving, and I can't remember if the bull run that we participated in was 2000. I want to say that was 2014, Thanksgiving 2014. It may have been 13, but anyway, it was just as crazy as what we saw in 2017, and people don't think about that. Okay, next I want to show you this market. This is a market update. Let me show you what things are doing today. We're having a little bit of a pullback off of last night. Everything went crazy last night. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot of people come in and start doing a lot of buying this afternoon when Korea wakes up. But you can see what's happened over the last 7 days with all of these. It's pretty crazy. Really all the way down to here, this being Tether, which is supposed to be tied to the US dollar. But anyway, you can kind of see the last hour's been bad, but the last 7 days have been awesome. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Cryptopolis is right. Pretty soon, this bull run is going to look like this bull run. Thank you for listening.